Well, we have the chocolate chips are almost melted. Well, they are melted and the butter's almost completely melted. So just have to stir just a little bit longer here. And then we'll remove this from the heat. And when you do that, make sure you turn your burner off. And remember, this is going to be hot. The burner is anyway. Okay, so it's nice and smooth. And we just took our time. I just took my time doing that, and that's what I want you to do too. Just like that. And turn that off. Now I'm going to move away from the top of the stove. So many times when you cook on top of the stove, if you start adding things, it gets all over the burners. I don't have open burners, but I don't want to get stuff on my cooktop, and you don't want to have to clean all the stuff off of your burners either. So what you're going to do is, it says add the rest of the ingredients, all except at the end there's a half cup of chopped nuts and a half cup of chocolate chips. So I'm going to add the sugar and the flour, the baking powder, the salt, the vanilla, and 2 eggs. And I put my knife away already in the sink, so I need to crack 2 eggs and put those in the pan. So I'll give that a little crack here. Crack it with a knife, put your thumbs in, and then you can separate the eggshells. So I'll put that in there. There's one. There's 2. Now all you have to do is just stir this, mix it up, stir carefully, don't be going crazy and getting the flour all over everything, and just get it mixed up very completely. You want it completely mixed. And the oven is ready. We will put it in the pan. The pan is ready to go. And see, I stirred gently to begin with, and then I can be a little more vigorous to get all the flour mixed in. And you don't want to see any egg whites or any egg yolks sliming around there. And I always scrape the sides just to make sure I get everything. Now this is another recipe that has raw egg, and my rules are no licking anything. I know that drives some people crazy, but that's okay. You can be crazy. That's just a rule. It's sanitation. If you worked in a restaurant, you worked in McDonald's, it doesn't matter. You can't be licking fingers. So we are ready to put this in the pan. And this mixes up pretty quickly, but it has to bake for a while. So you need to get it in the ovens so it bakes. And it probably will come out, if not at the very end of class, right after you leave. So this will be something you can have the next day. And when you put batters, any cake batter, brownie batter, anything like that in a pan, do not scrape on the edges. You don't want any batters on the edge. Hear the cuckoo clock, so you know what time it is. You'll move it out to the sides, but you will not scrape your rubber scraper on the edges, because that will, it'll be very thin, it will cook and burn. So we just pat it so it goes to each corner. And like I said, brownies like corners. They don't like a round cake pan so much. So get that out to the edge. And I'm going to scrape off any extra. And that goes in the pan. The pan is ready. It looks like this. And now it's going to go in the oven, and it will bake for 30 minutes. So I'm going to put this in the oven, put it in the middle rack, in the middle of the oven so that the heat circulates. And I'm going to hit start for mine, and it will bake, and we'll see what they look like when they come out.